You don't need to explain your decisions in life to others. When someone asks why you chose a certain job, why you don't like a certain food, or why you're unwilling to share personal family matters, you don't owe them an explanation. Some people may patiently explain, only to find the other person asking more and more questions. Others may feel irritated and choose to ignore it, but the result might be being accused of being stingy or other unpleasant labels, which is frustrating. Whether these questions stem from genuine concern or mere curiosity, they're irrelevant to them. You don't have to justify yourself. Once you realize this, you can alleviate a lot of inner turmoil. For things that aren't worth explaining or compromising yourself for, there are some principles to follow. Firstly, there's no need to cater to others' viewpoints. Some people may conform to others' opinions even if they don't agree internally, just to maintain a harmonious atmosphere. But if holding different views threatens relationships, such people may not be worth your continued efforts. Everyone has unique ways of thinking and values, and expressing yourself positively is your right and a manifestation of your independent thinking. You can respect others' opinions while maintaining your own independent thinking. The two are not contradictory. Whether to explain your differing views entirely depends on your own willingness. Secondly, if there's no fault, there's no need to apologize. Apologies should be a way to express respect and regret, but habitually apologizing, or even apologizing for others' mistakes, only harms yourself. If you firmly believe you're not at fault, then there's no need for apologies or explanations, nor should you blame or feel guilty. Thirdly, there's no need to explain your dietary preferences. Everyone has their own eating habits and preferences, and there are different reasons for choosing certain foods. You don't need to explain to others why you choose to eat a certain way. Some preferences are even innate and cannot be explained. Lastly, there's no need to explain your personal life status. Some people like to pry into others' personal lives, but you don't need to explain your marital status, family planning, or other personal matters. If these questions cross your personal boundaries, you have the right to refuse to answer. Clearly expressing your refusal will let the other person know your boundaries and prevent further questioning. In conclusion, assert your rights and don't compromise yourself to please others. This way, you can live more relaxed and happier lives. William, a quiet and reserved young man, always keeps a distance between his personal life and the outside world. He is like a fragrance hidden deep in the forest, not easily found or disturbed. In the workplace, he is always silent, focusing on his tasks at hand, unwilling to easily discuss the details of his personal life. His eyes are deep, as if hiding endless secrets, making people curious yet difficult to probe. However, despite William's efforts to maintain this independence and mystery, he often finds people around him curious about his private life. Especially when the topics of marriage and family are brought up, his colleagues' gazes always seem to unexpectedly turn towards him, as if hoping to glimpse the secrets in his heart. Sometimes, these curious looks feel like nimble fingers lightly touching his privacy boundaries, making him feel slightly uncomfortable and troubled. Whenever someone asks if he has a significant other, William always smiles faintly and responds vaguely, unwilling to delve deeper into the topic. His smile, as faint as moonlight on a quiet lake, beautiful yet cold, makes people feel distant and unapproachable. He doesn't resist communication with others, but prefers to maintain a mysterious distance, allowing his inner self to freely unfold in quiet corners. Despite his efforts to conceal his private space, William gradually realizes that people around him are always curious about his personal life. Perhaps it's the loneliness and mystery deep within him that sparks more interest and curiosity from others. However, William is not willing to easily reveal his inner world to others. He prefers to savor the ups and downs of life in a quiet corner, allowing his inner self to grow slowly in tranquility. In that silent company dinner, William sits at the table with a group of cheerful colleagues, chatting and laughing, occasionally raising their glasses for a toast. Various delicious dishes are laid out on the table, emitting tempting aromas, as if narrating a wonderful story. However, as the wine and food flow, the conversation gradually turns to marriage and family. A colleague suddenly breaks the silence with a curious voice, softly asking, "William, do you have a significant other?" His voice is like a breeze, gently brushing past William's ear, carrying a hint of inquiry. William's mood instantly becomes heavy, and he can't help but furrow his brow. He doesn't want to subject his personal life to everyone's scrutiny, but he also doesn't know how to respond to avoid unnecessary speculation and conjecture. A sense of awkwardness gradually fills the air, like a cloud looming over his mind. "William, are you listening to me?" Another colleague curiously leans in, eyes revealing a hint of curiosity and anticipation. His words are like a stone thrown into a calm lake, stirring ripples, making William feel even more embarrassed and helpless. He understands he can't evade this question, but he's also reluctant to easily reveal his inner world to others. Bitterly, he takes a sip of wine, struggling to find the right answer, hoping to quickly end this awkward conversation. "Perhaps I've been too concerned about what others think of me and overlooked my own feelings," William muttered to himself. The awkward moment seemed to replay in his mind repeatedly. At the same time, he realized he didn't have to disclose things he wasn't comfortable sharing just to please others. He had the right to refuse to reveal information he wasn't willing to share. In the days that followed, William began to implement this decision in his work and social interactions. Whenever someone inquired about his personal life, he would smile and firmly state, "I'm sorry, that's my personal privacy, and I hope you can understand." Gradually, William understood a lesson. Protecting one's personal boundaries isn't about distancing oneself from others, but rather, it's about respecting oneself and, in turn, earning more respect from others. He learned to find balance in relationships and no longer felt troubled by others' curiosity.